Ian from Sky here. You well?
Hi, good. Yeah, good. Thanks. You?
Good. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Look, I wonder how you feel about what happened to Rabi Matonda and Ben Cabango at the weekend, and as you know, as your role, with Wales, how do you go about supporting them?
Yeah, obviously, first and foremost, we obviously condemn any sort of racism, and obviously, yeah, it wasn't nice to wake up on Sunday to hear these things, and yeah, obviously Ben and Rabi and anyone else knows that we're here to support them, and obviously we're behind them, and if they need to talk to us at all, obviously we're here. But yeah, it's obviously very disappointing, and something needs to obviously happen in terms of the social media companies, whether, I don't know, people, to get an account you need to put your password in, because then I think that'll stop I guess people saying things, because then you'll be able to trace them down and hold them accountable for what they're saying. So yeah, obviously it's at the moment people can create kind of an account and say something, delete it, and you never know who said it and where they are from. So yeah, something like that will obviously then hold people accountable, and I think that'll stop a lot of people from saying these horrible things.
I mean, do you see that as a way forward? I noticed that Thierry Henry has come off social media entirely. He called it toxic. Is that a way forward? Is that something that perhaps you might even consider?
Yeah, for sure. I think if everyone came together, I think, and decided to kind of, as you said, kind of boycott social media to make a statement, if everybody did it at once, maybe not just one or two people, but if we had kind of a campaign where a lot of big influential people in sport, in other forms of life, came off social media to make this statement, then yeah, I definitely think it could help, and if that was the case, yeah, I'm obviously all for that.
Look, you said you wanted to be match fit for the Euros with Wales this summer, and that was why you went to Spurs. With the possibility of going to a World Cup with Wales in 2022, how important is it for you to be playing regularly next season?
Yeah, I think for me, first and foremost, I still have this season, and yeah, we still have plenty of games to go for the Euros. Obviously, going into next season, legally, my contract says I have to go back to Real Madrid, which is what I stated, which is, I don't think, being disrespectful to anybody. That's legally what I have to do. Real Madrid are, I guess, my parent club, and as far as I agreed, I was at Tottenham on loan at the end of the season, and I go back. As I said, that's the plan so far. Yeah, the reason I left is because I wanted to play games and get match fit and enjoy my football. And yeah, obviously, come the summer, I will be going back to Real Madrid, and we'll go from there. I think the plan is to go back, and then whether then I sit down with my agent and decide is something that we'll do in the summer.
But it's important to be playing next season for you.
Yeah, of course I want to be playing, but other things might get in the way, which obviously in football it's not just about what you want, it's the other side. So yeah, I think, as I said, I'm concentrating on this season. Obviously have a big game tomorrow. We have a big end of the season with Tottenham, and obviously the Euros in the summer. So for me at the moment, I don't need to worry about anything else apart from this season. And yeah, regarding next season, yeah, we'll after the Euros and my summer holiday, I'll sit down and we'll go through something then, and hopefully we come up with a solution.
Wish you well, Gareth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to Chris Watson.
Thanks, Sarah. How are you doing, Gareth?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, good. Have you spoken directly to Rabi and Ben? And if you haven't, what advice would you give them? I know it's something that you wouldn't have experienced directly, racism, or shouldn't imagine so, but you would have had your fair share of abuse on social media, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, yeah, we've had a brief chat. yeah, haven't gone into too much detail. I think obviously they've spoken with the representatives of the FAW, and we know obviously it's in the hands of the police, and it's obviously ongoing investigation. But yeah, from obviously I haven't had I've obviously had a lot of kind of bad things said at me on social media and stuff, but yeah, I'm sure if they want to come to me for advice, they know where I am. And yeah, from my point of view, I try to stay off it because there's so many toxic people trying to say negative things and put you down. And yeah, obviously it's nice to be able to share what we do and how we do things, and pictures of training and what we're enjoying doing and playing football. But yeah, looking at those comments, I think sometimes it's best to stay away from it. Just kind of share what you want to share, and then kind of, yeah, don't read too much into the comments, because there's some horrible people out there.
I'm sure they'd appreciate being able to draw on your experience. I'm sure a lot of the younger players in the squad, you are captain now. Obviously, there's been all this upheaval regarding the management situation. Does that make your role even more important? And how have you changed now that you've been wearing the armband for a good part of a year now? Ashley's gone. Have you had to adapt the way you've approached camp and speak to younger players?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, you have to take a little bit more of a senior role. Obviously, Ash did a great job of that. But in terms of on the pitch, I think we were all captains. We all stood up and spoke when we need to and said things. But yeah, I suppose, yeah, there's not too many of us older players now left. there's few and few. So yeah, I think the role has changed slightly, especially in the last year. But something that I'm enjoying. I think all the youngsters, I get along with them all well. I speak to them regularly and have a joke and laugh, make them feel comfortable. And I think they all know that I'm here if any of them ever need any advice on anything.
You are one of the old timers, shall we say? I think it's your 4th World Cup campaign. You know that even 2 games into a group, you can still have really key matches. A home game against the Czech Republic, the 3rd seeds. Are we already talking about a must-win match?
I wouldn't say a must-win match, but we want to win the match, I think is the mindset that we have. Obviously, yeah, we don't want to start a campaign off with 2 losses straight away, but we've been there before. We've done that. I think in the last Euro campaign, we obviously started with a win, but we had 2 defeats on the bounce. So yeah, obviously we're not thinking of losing, but there won't be panic stations going off. Us experienced lads, we understand it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. There's time. So yeah, but we have the mindset that we want to win this game on Tuesday. We believe we can win, and yeah, that's what we'll be trying to do.
Best of luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Beth Fisher.
Sorry, I couldn't find my mute button then. Gareth, a huge match tomorrow. How much are you looking forward to playing your first game at home?
Yeah, no, it'll be great. Obviously, a big the fans can't be there because obviously they're obviously a great support for us. They're the 12th man. But yeah, to play on home soil, not have to travel, I think obviously does give you a bit of an advantage. And yeah, we're all looking forward to it. We've obviously done all our preparation now, and yeah, can't wait for the game to be started.
Sport's a mad thing, isn't it? You know, when you qualified for the Euros, other results kind of helped you. In the incident last week, I know it's very at the beginning, but obviously that draw with Belgium could help you out down the line. Yeah,
sure. But I think the most important thing is we need to just concentrate on ourselves. Yeah, we can't control other results. If they happen to go our way, obviously great. But yeah, we need to concentrate on ourselves, on what we do. We obviously, the Belgium game's over now. Obviously, we know we've lost, but it's a massive game Tuesday, and when we want to win.
Thanks very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Beth. Lawrence Moore.
Hey, Gareth. 2 cracking results for the Czech Republic in the last week. What have you made of them in your sort of video analysis and the work that you've been doing?
Yeah, no, obviously they're a very good team. They're very well organised. They have some good players. Yeah, so we've obviously watched. We still have some more meetings to go before the game, so obviously we don't know everything yet. But no, we've worked on ourselves and training our own game plan, and yeah, we know the threat they pose, and obviously the last couple of results they've had have been very positive for themselves. But yeah, we'll be looking at ourselves know what we can do, and yeah, looking forward to the game tomorrow to try and get the victory.
I know they bring you back for corners sometimes for your heading ability. You're not going to be put on Souček, are you, to keep him quiet?
I'm not sure yet. We obviously haven't done set pieces, but yeah, we all know our roles, and whoever's marking is marking. We'll put our bodies on the line to try and save a goal.
And just finally, then, having seen all the praise that Chris Gunter's had this weekend, I think you're up to 89 now, aren't you? So you've got your eye on that 100.
Yeah, no, obviously fantastic for Gunts to reach 100, and obviously very proud that he could do that, and especially the first male player to do it in history, which is an amazing achievement, and it shows his commitment to Wales and what he's done over the past. So yeah, but in terms of me, yeah, I'm not too far away. Still have some way to go. So yeah, just need to keep ticking those caps off one at a time.
Cheers, Gareth.
Diolch, Peter Gillibrand.
Hello, Gareth. How are you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good. Horrible abuse, just quickly going back to that. But your role as one of the most prominent footballers in the world, you have a lot of sway. A lot of people look up to you. What would you say to people who are, after the game, emotions running high? You know what the emotions are like, win or lose. What would you say to the people who are considering, going on Instagram and sending those messages?
I think first and foremost, yeah, I understand emotions are running high, but there's no excuse for things being said like that. Obviously, people can say what they want about a performance, not a problem. We completely understand that. Obviously, that's part of our job. Sometimes we play well, sometimes we don't. So obviously there's a line, and that's way over the line. And yeah, people just they need to be taught that these things aren't correct, and obviously things need to be done. Obviously, yeah, I suppose I'm a small part of the cog in terms of trying to be influential, and I'll do all I can to try and help that. But yeah, I think things at a higher level need to be done to stop these things. But people coming on to say these things, obviously they're not they haven't got a very good education in terms of that, and it's completely unacceptable. And yeah, the people who are caught, they need to be punished severely and to be set an example of.
And a lot of us are in lockdown. I know we'd rather be in, the City Stadium in the stands watching or commentating or whatnot. But for a lot of us, it is lockdown at the moment. How seriously do you take your role in, Wales playing football is one of the highlights of the week for a lot of us. How seriously do you take your role in, keeping the nation going?
Yeah, no, of course. Obviously, it's been hard times for everybody. Yeah, it's not been easy, but everybody obviously has done it for the greater good, and obviously the sooner out of this, the better for everyone, especially in terms of mental health. So, but yeah, obviously once we're playing for Wales, we want to try and put on a show for everyone, keep everyone happy, and yeah, obviously we know these games are difficult, but we'll be doing all we can to put on a good performance and a win, and try and boost the spirits of the people that can't be at the game.
And final question from me, obviously that Mexico win on the weekend, that's good going heading into the game tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, no, of course. I think winning always breeds a winning mentality, breeds confidence. So yeah, obviously a lot of players came in that hadn't played in the game before, so obviously they did a fantastic job pushing the others for a starting place, pushing each other for us starters that we know there's other players pushing for our places, so it keeps us on our toes, keeps us wanting to perform stronger. So yeah, I think it was a positive result all round.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, diolch Peter. James Nursey.
Hi, Gareth.
Hi.
Hello. Ashley Williams was on Football Focus on Saturday saying that he felt with the situation surrounding the manager that there was now extra responsibility, particularly on you as skipper. Do you feel that, and how are you handling that? Thanks.
Yeah, I suppose there's a little bit, obviously making sure standards are still set. Pagey's obviously done an incredible job of that. He stepped in, he's really taken control, and kept the group really good, kept the standards really high, kept training very good, and yeah, I think the results have shown. So yeah, obviously there's been a little bit more responsibility, but something that I'm happy to step up and do, and obviously when required, say the things I need to say.
Thank you. Laurie Whitwell.
Hi, Gareth. I wonder if you'd cast your mind back to the Euro 2016 and perhaps just your favourite memory from that tournament, and then flicking ahead to this summer's event, how different you think that might be without fans, and whether you think that'll change the dynamic for Wales and your ambitions at the tournament.
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of great memories of 2016. It's difficult to pick out, I guess, one individual moment, but as the tournament was obviously very successful for us. So but yeah, the fans were probably the biggest part in Euro 2016 for us, and yeah, it'll definitely be a big miss. Obviously, not having the red wall there cheering, supporting us will be a big blow, and but it's something that obviously I guess we've got used to over the last year. But yeah, there'll be a big miss, no doubt, and but we know they'll be watching at home, they'll be supporting us, and we know we need to dig deep and find that kind of emotion deep inside us.
Thanks, Gareth.
Thanks, Laurie. Phil Cadden.
Hi, Gareth. You said last week that this could possibly be the last World Cup qualifiers that you play in. I just wondered, do you have a plan for your Wales future? And do you see yourself carrying on for further campaigns beyond this one?
I haven't really thought too much past this campaign, to be honest. Yeah, obviously there's no hiding. We're getting older, and yeah, possibly it is the last campaign. So yeah, if it is, obviously it won't change my mindset. I'm gonna be 100% committed, like always. And yeah, obviously we still have a big tournament to play in the summer, and then continuing these qualifiers after. So yeah, I think yeah, I'm purely focused on the present, on what's happening now, and yeah, whatever happens in the future will happen.
How would you assess your season so far?
Yeah, it's been okay. It was obviously come off to a slow start. I obviously came into Tottenham with quite a bad knee injury. Well, not quite bad, just a little problem in my knee, and not having played football continuously for a year and a half or so. Obviously, it took a little bit of time to get going, but yeah, I think the last couple of months I felt stronger and stronger. My form has been there. I felt like my speed's been there. I've obviously scored some goals. So yeah, I'm obviously, I wish it could have started a lot quicker, but also I'm wise enough to know that it does take a bit of time to get your kind of rhythm back. And yeah, now that I'm playing, I feel good, and yeah, hopefully can continue it to the rest of the season and into the Euros.
Harry Redknapp said a couple of weeks ago that you're actually a player, even though you've won all these trophies, you actually do lack confidence at times on the pitch. You said in November you wanted to peak for the Euros this summer. Do you still think you're on course?
Yeah, of course. I think confidence is a massive thing in football, whether it be you're the best player or the worst. I think confidence for a footballer, especially for me, is one of the most important things. Obviously, especially playing in the final third, you need to take risks. You need to feel good about yourself, and to be able to be a defender and shoot and score goals. So yeah, obviously I'm building my confidence up slowly, which has been good, and I think that's shown in my performances and scoring goals. So yeah, I just need to keep improving, keep working hard, keep putting in good performances, and yeah, hopefully they can keep getting better and better, and then lead into the Euros.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. We'll take a final question from Jan Suchan.
This is Jan from the Czech Radio. Hello, Gareth. I would like to ask you whether you take it as a personal mission to get the Wales to the World Cup for the first time in years. Thanks.
I wouldn't say it's a personal mission, just me. Obviously, as a country, as a team, as a squad, we'll be doing everything we can to qualify for this World Cup. And yeah, we know obviously Czech Republic are a very good team. I've had some good results, and we know it's going to be a difficult game on Tuesday. But yeah, we're confident that we can win. Yeah, we have to go and put it in a good performance, and hopefully we come out on top.
Okay, thank you very much. Diolch Gareth. Thank you. See you all
Thank you.
tomorrow. Cheers.